Hey guys, hope everyone's well. It's nearly 1:30 in the here in the morning here in the UK. I probably should go to sleep, but I made a mistake of going up resting about 7 o'clock. And I only meant to rest for an hour, but I ended up resting for like 2 hours. I went for a walk yesterday technically, and I didn't realise like lots of people clapping. Normally they only clap on Thursdays to thank the N.H.S and Thursday evening. So I was wondering why everyone was clapping. I thought they changed the date or something. And anyway, I was talking about it, and then one of my sisters said it's the N.H.S's birthday, and I didn't realise it was I thought she said the 70th, but it was the 72nd. Technically yesterday, as I say, but I was thinking that I thought I'd make a video about it anyway. I was planning to make videos today, but I didn't want to repeat myself too much of my ideas, so I was a bit. I sort of wanted to make a video, but I was a bit apprehensive because I thought I might repeat some of my ideas, like talking about my goals and dreams and things like that. Anyway, I'm hoping mainly, as I said before, like to focus on Native Americans, but because it was the N.H.S specifically, I thought I'd mention something about them. Yeah, so I'd love to hear what people think abroad about the N.H.S, how much people know about the N.H.S. So for those who don't know, if anyone's watching from abroad, hopefully I'll get some international fans, but just keep part again. But anyway, yeah, so it'd be great if I did, but it'd be quite flattering if I did. But anyway, the N.H.S is like where the taxpayer puts money into it. Every taxpayer puts some money into it, and anyone who gets ill is supposed to. They call it free at the point of delivery. That means obviously the taxpayer still has to pay for it, but it's free. If you get ill, you can get medical help and assistance, whether you're poor or rich or whatever. Some people still have their own private healthcare if they want for whatever reason. Possibly some treatments might not be available on the NHS, or they get private treatment because probably for them it might be a stage symbol, or it might be that they get treated quicker or whatever. We probably have to ask them why they use private, but obviously for that you have to pay a bit extra. But for healthcare, National Health Service, it's what I say, free at the point of delivery. So even if you've got no job, no source of income, even if you're homeless or whatever, you'd probably be able to, if you live in this country, if you're a resident in this country legally, you can get healthcare. And that's one of the things that happened with the Windrush. On that note, actually, that they were told that they weren't here legally, even though they were. They weren't given access to healthcare. But yeah, so I'd love to hear what people think of abroad. Like, for me personally, I think I'd love to help support healthcare in Asia and Africa, and the Native American communities, Aborigines, and the other groups I talk about, people in Ireland and other countries, especially poorer areas and poor people generally around the world. But I wouldn't want it to be like, if there was a healthcare service in Native American communities, like the reservations, reses, sure. I wouldn't want it to be like people have to pay tax towards it. I want it to be like charities that, so like if I made a video sort of talking about healthcare for Native Americans, and people watch that video and I raise money, or enough people raise money, or charities or businesses, or there could be tax exemptions for investing. But I wouldn't want the taxpayer, because I'm a libertarian generally speaking, so I don't really want people to be forced to pay taxes towards. So it's a bit of a dilemma, but I understand there are advantages. Like people talk about how expensive the healthcare services in the US. So yeah, I thought I'd just make a video about it and talk about some of my own ideas that I thought about for quite a while. Like, I think it would be good if there were charities or organisations which, by choice, and they were tax cuts for providing healthcare for disadvantaged groups of communities, not just here in the UK, but around the world. I think people should have. It would be great to have similar opportunities for. And I talked mainly about supporting people from the Native American communities, but what I call the four generally, like from Africa and Asia, India, China, Kenya, and all over the world, where if they could have, and South Africa and wherever else, where they could have healthcare. Poorer people could get charities supporting healthcare. So maybe in the future that gives me an idea to make videos for healthcare, and maybe that's a video I'll cover when I wake up all being well. potentially, because of my alliterations, like for Mondays. So I might talk about the idea about providing. In fact, maybe if this video gets any views and I manage to monetize it in the future, maybe any money this video specifically makes, I would donate to like Native American healthcare, because it's July and I want to focus on Native American support. So I was putting on Native Americans, and so like instead of it being forced or the taxpayer paying, it would be people choosing, and maybe like people, and maybe in the future if I learn how to make like Patreons or whatever. But in one of my, I think it was my last video I made, someone accused me of, well, this guy goes by the name John Bobbitt, who I think is a troll and is using fake name and all that, was saying that I'm only making these videos to get attention or views using Native Americans, but that is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous claim because I think he's just trying to wind me up, and it kind of worked. I was a bit annoyed by the claim, but probably shouldn't admit to that because it might give might feed his. I assume it's a male. It might feed his desire to wind me up even more. But I mean, I don't know why I pick Native Americans to like support them if I was just using them for views. Because surely there'd be other groups that I could. Maybe I don't know, but any money I make from it, I'd give to if I can. If I make enough to live on, obviously I need enough to live on. But if I make any money off, if I manage to monetize one day, hopefully, my videos, and you have this on record, so you can always hold me to account on this in the future. But as I mentioned before, but yeah, any money I make from these videos, I will donate to. Again, not if I was starving and needed that money, I would obviously use it for feeding myself or whatever, or for shelter or whatever. But any money I make from these videos above that amount will go towards supporting groups like Native Americans, and that, as I say, you have my word, and you have like a record here. So I've actually mentioned it. So like, anyone is, I don't know why anyone. If someone thought I was lying about that, then obviously, surely you'd need evidence to say I'm lying about it. But I know I've gone a bit off track. I just thought I'd mention that point. So. I'll say I've said it here now, so hopefully that'll be legally binding. I've also written it, so and I'll even write it probably in the comments section. So in the future, like if I do, if I manage to get enough views and support to monetize these videos, then if I don't give it to charity or what I said I would do, then you can always, I'll say, hold me to account, or maybe it could be legally binding even. So, but yeah, so I'd love to support Native American businesses and healthcare and things like that, as well as those other groups I said. But at the moment, I'm focusing on Native Americans, and as I say, if I do manage to monetize these videos, then I'll be able to pay for like Native Americans to get healthcare, education, and other such empowerment, as well as supporting their businesses and art and other such things. But as I said, I thought I'd just mention a point about the N.H.S. and how. And I'd love to hear people's opinions as ever about my video, but also about the N.H.S. itself, or maybe I'd inspire people to find out more about it. But as I say, the taxpayer all puts some money into it, and then even people who can't afford healthcare will get the support. So people who are more wealthy pay more into it, and that's the way it works in the UK. So I don't know what other countries think about it, or whether they like to have the same system or not. Like me personally, as a libertarian, I'd want it to be more. I have the dilemma that I kind of want people to have the help and healthcare that they need and possibly deserve, but also they need. But at the same time, I'd love it to be via free choice. So my idea would be more, rather than taxpayer paying it, like to have like lotteries people could pay so they can buy tickets, and then like half the money could go to the prize winner, and half could go to the healthcare system, or for providing healthcare for poorer people, and also it could be charities and tax losses. Anyway, probably going to wrap this video up because I don't want it to be too long. Yeah, so I hope I get as much support for my channel as possible, because obviously I need as much support as I can to make enough to get enough views and to monetize it, so I can earn a living from it, but also so I can donate to other charities. But so as ever, I appreciate your support. Obviously, it's people's choice, but thanks for anyone who supports my channel. Peace and love, and I'm out.